Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody to our Black History program for today. So please, those that are in line, help yourself. We are here for y'all today. I would like to welcome everybody to the 2023 College Park Recreation and Cultural Arts Department Black History program. Today's program is presented by the City of College Park Cultural Arts Council, which consists of recreation staff along with dedicated volunteers. This wonderful program is a long year journey with dedicated staff and volunteers who strive to honor those in the community and feature performers and performances that honor and celebrate Black history each February. Let us reflect for just a moment for those that have changed history. Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman. How different would the world be, or our country today, for those that did not fight for our civil rights? These change agents had so many others help to build towards a greater nation where people are judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. Today's program is a wonderful way to step back and recognize the many great gifts and contributions African Americans have brought to our country while recognizing and celebrating those who have made an impact in our local community. Funding for today's program is possible by generous grant funding through Fulton County Arts and Culture and support with the City of College Park. At this time, I would like to share some background information of our Mistress of Ceremonies, Miss Latasha Givens. Miss Givens is a two-time Emmy Award-winning reporter, anchor, currently working at WXIA 11 Alive News. Since 2015, she has covered everything from crime to weather to politics. And she is a host of the Business Brief radio show on Hits 92.3. Ms. Givens has a passion for speaking and presenting information. Without further ado, I would like to ask Mistress of Ceremony, Ms. Latasha Givens, to come forward and start this wonderful program that we have planned for you today.
Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Black History Program presented to you by the City of College Park. You guys happy to be here today? How many of you attended virtually the last 2 years? Yes, we appreciate that. Isn't it wonderful to be here with everyone in person to celebrate Black History Month? Say hello to your neighbor. We can make some new friends here today. We hope you are enjoying the hors d'oeuvres we have for you. Now, is there a better way to start off any program without the musical stylings of saxophonist Richard Shaw? Let's give him a round of applause. He's always so wonderful, right? A special welcome to City Council members who are here with us today and other dignitaries. We're happy to have you in our presence. A special welcome to the families of Mr. Tommy Lee Anderson Sr. and his lovely wife, Mamie Anderson. Mr. Anderson is an award recipient today as well as a guest speaker. We have a wonderful program planned for you today. We have performers who have been practicing for weeks for this very performance for you today. We have hand-selected guest speakers who we know will leave you inspired no matter where you are on your professional or personal journeys. Our theme this year is Treasure Your Roots. Now, what does that mean? To treasure something doesn't just mean to hold it in value. It also means to protect it, to preserve its value over time. Now, it's important to have events like this to celebrate Black history. Why? So that those memories don't get erased or lost. How many of you are familiar with Oscarville? Raise your hand. Are you familiar with Lake Lanier? Well, if you know Lake Lanier, then you know exactly where Oscarville is, or should I say was. Oscarville was an all-Black town in Georgia, established during the Reconstruction era. Well, back in 1912, the town was completely destroyed. There were racial tensions, and night riders terrorized families, forcing all the Black families off their properties. 40 years after that, the Beaufort Dam was built, and the entire town of Oscarville was flooded, washing away all of those memories. Well, most of you know I'm a journalist, so I actually had a special report on this last year. And we were remarkably able to track down descendants of Oscarville who could trace back their heritage for generations. Isn't that incredible? How many of you know that Gainesville has often been touted as the poultry capital of the world? Years on end, right? Yes, we know that. Well, did you know historians say the black farmers in Oscarville are responsible for us having that title? And many of them, names we'll never know. This is why it's so important to have programs like this. And as we begin our program, I have the wonderful honor to introduce to you the mayor of the city of College Park, Madam Mayor Bianca Motley Broom. She is the 27th mayor of College Park, and she is the first African-American woman elected to this position. She's been in office since 2020, and before that, she was a judge in Fulton County Magistrate Court. Prior to being appointed to the bench, Madam Motley Broom was a trial attorney and litigator for nearly 15 years. She is passionate about creating more opportunities for resident engagement and improving educational outcomes while bolstering economic development to ensure the city's continued growth. Let's give a warm welcome to Madam Mayor.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Ms. Givens. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to take the time first, before we start anything else, to thank the committee for their hard work on this event. Could the committee please stand so we can acknowledge you and thank you for all of your efforts? I know this took months and months and months of planning, and we are just so grateful for everything that you've done to make today a full success. I also want to take the time to acknowledge our council members who are here today, Councilman Ken Allen, Councilman Ambrose Clay. And I also want to congratulate all the honorees and speakers today. It is not an exaggeration to say that we are making Black history every single day here in College Park, and each of you is making your mark. Thank you for your contributions and your commitment to our city. You are helping us build the community that we deserve. We are grateful for your tireless work and focus on keeping the Black history of College Park alive, which, given our path as a city, has not been easy all the time. Through airport expansion, many of the vibrant neighborhoods and people who call this community home and whose shoulders we stand upon today are here no more. It's why when I took a trip to Ackworth last year and saw how they had devoted a park and historical markers to commemorate their Black history, I knew we had to work to do the same. Council agreed, and we're going to be working with Georgia State University on permanent markers in College Park so everyone, residents and visitors alike, will know the people who shaped this great city. I'm excited about this project, and I know it's long overdue. I hope as it develops, each of you will join with the researchers to ensure it tells the story of our community in as much detail and with as much vibrancy as possible. It's a much bigger narrative that can be told in 28 days, 28 months, or even 28 years. It's up to all of us to keep it alive, to nurture it, and to keep it relevant for the next generation, so we may treasure our roots. Strong roots give a tree the ability to reach the sky. They give our community the assurances that there are no limits to how high we can go. We know that individuals have sacrificed with their blood, with their tears, their physical and their mental strength to get us where we are today. We are tasked with the mission of not squandering those efforts. We have to ensure we build upon the accomplishments of our forefathers and our foremothers in College Park, continuing to serve and continuing to lead, using the opportunities we've been afforded to build bridges for the next generation, being bold, being innovative, and being fearless, like all of those before us. Let us all take the time to honor those who paved the way while understanding we are planting seeds for trees in whose shade we will never sit. I hope you enjoy today's program. Thank you so much for being here today. It is the privilege of my life to serve this amazing community each and every day, and I thank you for your support.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Our first group of performers will show you age is just a number, and it's never too late to live out your dreams on stage and serve the community at the same time. The senior dance ensemble, Angele Edielba, will have a repertoire that ranges from ballet to hip-hop to modern dance, all the way to tap, celebrating the beauty and vitality of aging through the power of dance. Let's welcome Angele Edielba.
My shepherd, and I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul, and he leadeth me into the path of righteousness for his name's sake. In the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all
Come on, children, let's sing about the goodness of the Lord. Come on, children, let's shout all about God's rich reward. God our footsteps every day keeps us in the narrow way. Come on, children, let's sing about the goodness of the Lord. Yeah, come on, children, let's sing about the goodness of the Lord. Come on, children, let's shout all about God's rich reward. God our footsteps every day keeps us in the narrow way. Come on, children, let's sing. Come on, children, let's shout. The Almighty has brought us out, none like him without a doubt. Come on, children, let's sing of the goodness of the Lord. He has been my all in all. He will never know let me fall. That is why I can sing, that is why I can shout, because I know what it's all about. The goodness of the Lord, the Lord. Yeah. Come on, children, let's sing about the goodness of the Lord. Come on, children, let's shout all about the rich reward. God our footsteps every day keeps us in the narrow way. Come on, children, let's sing. Come on, children, let's shout. The Almighty has brought us out, none like him is found out. Come on, children, let's sing about the goodness of the Lord. Oh, friend we have in Jesus. Oh, our sin and grief to bear. But oh, privilege to carry everything
Let's give it up for Richard Shaw. And returning to the stage for a final performance, Angele Adelieba.
Now, if you ever been down to New Orleans, then you can understand just what I mean. Now, all through the week it's quiet as a mouse, but on Saturday night they go from house to house. You don't have to pay the usual admission if you're a cook or a waiter or a good musician. So if you happen to be just passing by, stop in at the Saturday night fish fry. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. Now my buddy and me was on the main stem, fooling around, just me and him. We decided we could use a little something to eat, so we went to a house on Rampart Street. We knocked on the door and it opened with ease, and a lush little miss said, "Come in, please." And before we could even bat an eye, we were right in the middle of a big fish fry. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. Now the folks was having the time of their life, and Sam was jiving Jimmy's wife, and over in the corner was a beat-up grand being played by a big fat piano man. Now some of the chicks wore expensive frocks, some of them had on Bobby socks, but everybody was nice and high at this particular Saturday night fish fry. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. Now my buddy and me, we fell right in and we hollered, "Let the joy begin." Now we figured this was a good place to play, 'cause the party was already underway. But all of a sudden the lights went low and everybody made straight for the front door. Man, I was so scared I didn't know where to go. I stood right there, then I fell on the floor. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. Now the women was screaming and jumping and yelling, the bottles was flying and the fish was smelling, and way up above all the noise they made, somebody hollered, "Better get out of here, this is a raid." I didn't know we were breaking the law, but somebody reached over and hit me on the jaw. They had us blocked off from the front to the back, and they were putting them in the wagon like potato sacks. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. I knew I could get away if I had a chance, but I was shaking like I had the St. Vitus dance. Now I tried to crawl under a bathtub when the policeman said, "Where you going now, bub?" Now they got us out of there like a house of fire, put us all in that black Mariah. Now they might have missed a pitiful few, but they got both me and my buddy too. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. It was rockin', it was rockin'. You never seen such scuffling and shuffling till the break of dawn. We headed for jail in a day's condition. They booked each one of us on suspicion. Now my chick came down and went for my bail and finally got me out of that rotten jail. Now, if you ever want to get a fist in your eye, just mention a Saturday night fish fry.
Do bop si do, boom 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 boom, do bop.
The drum, the African drum, the drum, the heartbeat of humanity, the heartbeat of this universe. The drum, the drum. The drum. That drum tells people when to sing. That drum tells people when babies are being born. That drum tells us when our ancestors have returned. That drum tells us when there's marriages and celebrations. And yes, today, ladies and gentlemen, this is a celebration. The drum. The beat, the sound of the drum. The drum. The drum. The drum. The drum. The drum.
Everything to God in prayer.
Ava. I think that performance deserves a standing ovation. I mean, a 20-minute performance, I think they've had more wardrobe changes than Mariah Carey, right? If these are your loved ones, you should be very, very proud of them. And can you believe that was just the first performance? We have so much more in store for you this afternoon. Our first guest speaker has a long list of professional accolades, from being an award-winning dancer to studio owner to successful entrepreneur, and now founder of a groundbreaking nonprofit organization that supports women and girls with visible rare medical conditions that can affect how they feel about their personal beauty. If you've been to College Park more than once, then you know the name Miss Roshan Dorsey, the owner of Miss Rose Dance Closet, downtown historic College Park. She will share with you how an unexpected life event, not just one, not just two, but several, could have stopped her, but they did not. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Roshan Dorsey. Go, Michelle.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Latasha, for that amazing introduction, and to Richard Shaw back there. Oh my God, I love him. Thank you so much. Well, you guys look amazing out there. Oh, thank you, thank you. So before I get started, I want to know who we got out here today. So do we have any business owners or entrepreneurs in the house? Anybody? All right, all right. How about you 9-to-5ers? Anybody got a punch a clock? Okay, I see you, I see you. What about any retirees or our domestic engineers? Okay, we got a lot of those. That's my goal, okay? You guys are goals. Okay, let's see, we got any military in the house? Okay, well, you know we appreciate you and we thank you guys. And I see some young faces, so do we have any students here? Any students? Well, that's Corday and Deja, my grandbabies in the house. Got one over here. So, okay, you guys came to get your education on. Okay, so if you did not raise your hand or answer to one of those, in the words of Bruh Man, who just chilling? Okay, nobody raised yours. No judgment, no judgment, no judgment. So as we remember our roots today, I want to share with you my journey of being a career dancer to receiving a life-changing medical condition, to becoming a serial entrepreneur and starting a nonprofit foundation. And I'm going to teach you a new word today, a word I made up. But for those of you that are technical, there is a term for that. The term for creating your own word is called a neologism. So I created a neologism, and it is a play on the words persevere and resilient, two very strong words. But before I do that, may I share with you who I am and a little bit about myself. Would that be okay with everybody today? Okay. So, again, my name is Roshan Dorsey. I'm affectionately known as Miss Rowe. I was born and raised in California. As the saying goes now, I'm straight out of Compton. I have had a passion for dance as far back as I can remember, probably from the womb. I started my first dance team at the age of 13, and I remember my mom having to get off work on the dot to get down to my school so that I could have rehearsal, because we could not have rehearsal without a chaperone. And as I'm standing here, I remember, Mom, you made our first costumes for the whole team, didn't you? Yeah, shout out to my mom. Thank you, Mommy. So I continued to dance through high school, college, because dance was my passion. Dance is who I was. Dance is what I did. And you know, life starts lifing, and you get married and divorced and all the things. And so around the age of 28, I decided I needed a change. So my passion for dance, the lower cost of living, and the blackness had me pick myself and my 4-year-old daughter, Destiny, and move to Georgia. That's how I became a Georgia Peach. Now, I was already a respiratory therapist and a CPR instructor, but my goal was to come out here and kick my dance career into high gear. Again, I was 28, 3 months after moving here, it's New Year's. I had never been out for New Year's Eve, so me and my newfound friends in Georgia decided to go to a New Year's Eve party. Had a great time. On the way home, my car was struck by a drunk driver, and I sustained a broken neck. A year later at Easter, on the 20, my car was hit by an 18-wheeler. So I went from the right side of the 20, was thrown to the left side, hit the divider, did a cartwheel, and landed upside down. That accident left me with ruptured disc in my back, which caused sciatica and created scoliosis. Doctors told me I should never dance again, I should never have any more children, and because of all of the injuries, that when I get into maybe my late 40s or 50s, I'm gonna need more surgery. So I'm like, well, 50, I'll almost be dead by then, so I didn't care about that. But giving all honor and glory to God, I gave birth to another child by the name of Bree. I opened up I opened up my dance studio in Riverdale called In Motion Dance. And I was living in my purpose. I was in my comfort zone. I was doing what I came here to do. What I did not know was the effects that that dance studio was going to have on the community. We created an award-winning dance team, but we became a safe haven for the youth in the community. We opened our doors to all of the kids that were just wandering around after school, doing anything, and we let them into our school to dance whenever they wanted, free of charge. That's when dance crews were just getting started. So they came in, a lot of boys, a lot of teenage boys too, came in and they started their dance crews. Some of them are still in existence today. I have former students that are currently dancing on Broadway right now. I have former students that are currently traveling the country dancing on cruise ships. I have former students that are currently doing master classes throughout the state. I did not know I was being an entrepreneur because I didn't know that's what it was called, never heard of the word, but I was an entrepreneur and I was a mentor. I didn't know I was being a mentor, I was just doing what I do. But you know what did happen? 50. 50 hit. So more surgeries were needed, and those surgeries left me feeling worse than I was before, which caused me to in turn close my dance studio that I had for 10 years. While going through all of this and closing my studio, being heartbroken, I was struck with something called Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy causes facial paralysis and makes you look like you had a stroke. One side of my face looked like I had had a stroke. So here I am, depressed, with a half-frozen face, got to raise 2 children. Now what? Now I can go back to respiratory care because that'll pay the bills, but that's not what I do. That's not what my passion is. So by this time, the youngest one, the baby that I had just had, she's in high school at this point. She's at Tri-Cities High School. And yay to Tri-Cities. So she's at Tri-Cities High School. And she needed some dance clothes. So while she's in class, I'm going to go buy her clothes that she needs, right? So I had to travel 45 minutes away to get to the nearest dancewear store. And I walk into this store, and I promise you this is what happened. I walk in. I look around. Look around. I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open a dancewear store. Now, when people say, God told me, And God said to me, well, that was God, because there was nothing in my body, my soul, or organ, my toe, that know nothing that ever said, you want a dancewear store, you want to do retail, you want to know what inventory is, you want to be a cashier. There was nothing. Y'all hear me? Nothing that said, this is what you want to do. But God says, sometime you need to create a new twist to your dream. Enter Miss Rose Dance Closet. Right here on Main Street in the heart of historic College Park, celebrating 10 years this year. Within creating Miss Rose Dance Closet, I co-founded a nonprofit organization called Permission to Fly. Fly means fully love yourself. And we're geared to women and girls, and we mentor through the performing arts. And I'm just going to give a quick shout out to Permission to Fly, because we got our first ever grant this month for $50,000 from the Truist Foundation. So woo woo to that. So all you business owners, you entrepreneurs, to everybody, this is for everybody. When you are running a business or doing whatever it is that you do, you know life can get hard. Again, like I said, life starts lifing and you get knocked down. So being a business owner, I didn't know about inventory. You know, what are some of those things that knock you down? I like to be interactive. What are those things that would make you stop? Give me some ideas. Like you get sick, an injury, money. Money can make a lot of stuff stop, right? Being a business owner, entrepreneur, it can be lonely. It can be discouraging. And sometimes you get knocked to your core. And I ask you, when you are trying to lift someone up or yourself, what are those words that get you going? What words help you to keep going? When you're down, push through. Keep going. Don't stop. Persevere. I can do all things. Amen. All things. Well, remember I said I was going to teach you 2 words. I teach you a new word, right? That word is called perseverant. I don't think y'all heard me. Perseverant. Stay with me, y'all. That word is going to be in the dictionary, and you will be saying it when you leave here tonight. Perseverant means I don't see stop. I am deeply unstoppable. Perseverant. It's a play on persevere and resilient. I don't see stop. You don't see stop. We don't see what? Stop. Because we are perseverant. Say it with me one more time. One time. Perseverant. Yeah, see, I told you you was going to be saying it. Okay, now, people, stop is going to come knocking at your door. And usually, when somebody knocks at the door, you say what? Who what? Or you look out the what? But when this stop comes knocking at your door, you just open the door and bam, a gut-wrenching punch, and you are knocked to your core. Now, let me be clear. Everyone's stopping point is different and very personal. What stops you may not stop you. Someone else's pain, devastation, hurt, sadness does not lessen anything that you are going through. So I remember when stop came knocking at my door, and I forgot to ask what? Who is it? I just opened the door. So I had went back to work for respiratory. It was the first day of my new job, and I had a severe toothache, and my whole face felt like it was on fire. And driving home, it felt like there was just dirt being thrown in my eyes, and I was hearing like loud, like it was just echoes in my head, and it was just loud, like loudness. And so I get home, and I walk past my bathroom mirror, and I was horrified at what I saw. My whole face had dropped. One side of my face looked like my chin was sitting on my chest, and one eye would not close. Imagine looking in the mirror, one eye will not close. It's just like that. You cannot close it. And you're hearing everything, like everything. And there's just this aching. And I later learned, eventually I learned it was something called Bell's palsy. Again, Bell's palsy is caused by an inflamed facial nerve. There is no real etiology to it. There is no reason why anybody can get it, male or female. It is very common. You either have had it, you know someone that's had it, or you're gonna know someone that's had it. So here I am, this person that wanted to dance for the world. Because I'm a dancer. Dancers stay in mirrors. I wanted to dance for the world. But now I'm walking around with this half-frozen face. So now what? So you remember I told you that I was going to create a new twist to my dream. And sometimes you just have to walk through this storm. It's the analogy that I use for my kids when you're driving and the storm comes and the kids are over here, they're saying, "Mommy, pull over." Do you know what I'm talking about? And you like, I can't stop, I have to keep going. They're like, "Mommy, pull over," and all the other cars are pulling over. And you're like, I cannot stop, I have to get where I'm going. And you keep driving till you get through the storm. And you ask your child, well, what happened to the people that stopped? They're still in their storm. So you have to go through the storm. You have to feel all the feels. You have to feel the pain and the sorrow. Whatever it is okay. You need to feel it, get through your storm so you can get to the other side of perseverance and start to run in acceptance and accept the things that you cannot change. Become the person you said you wanted to be. So I had said, I'm creating a new twist to my dream, which is Miss Rose Dance Closet. So Miss Rose Dance Closet allowed me to still be in the dance world. Even though I was not dancing anymore, I'm still in the dance world. I'm still working with dancers. I quickly became involved in the community. I was on the College Park Main Street Association for 4 years. Shout out to any of y'all that are in here from Main Street. Got a couple, all right. But what it let me do was be that mentor for little brown and black girls, dancers. I knew the need in our community for a store like mine that would provide dance wear for our skin tone. That would have a store that they could walk into and see themselves on the wall. Prior to George Floyd dying, prior to George Floyd being murdered, I was carrying skin tones for all of our girls. No other stores were doing this, just me. Again, I did not know I was being a mentor in the community. So speaking of mentors, one of my students came back to me one day. Her name was Ashley Rose. And she had been my dance daughter since she was 8. And she came back, and she had a rare condition as well. And she says, let's start something. She had something called Erb's palsy. Erb's palsy does not allow her arm to lift up. And you get this when you're born. So she was a fabulous dancer. She could dance, but she might not hit all of her positions, but she could dance. So she said, let's start a foundation. We started the foundation, Permission to Fly. Fly means to fully love yourself. And we're geared to women and girls with rare, visible medical conditions such as vitiligo, alopecia, lupus, Bell's palsy, psoriasis, burns, keloids, all those things. All those things that may not be life-threatening, but they can wreak havoc on your self-esteem. So we mentor through the performing arts. So I'm like, okay, great. I am back in my comfort zone because I'm behind the stage, right? Because this Bell's palsy took my smile away. So therefore, I don't want to be seen by any of you. I don't want a video camera in my face. I don't want a TV camera in my face. I don't want that cell phone camera in my face. Smile. Everybody's always telling me to smile. That one comment alone, smile, can always bring a tear to my eyes. You would think that a broken neck, ruptured disc, scoliosis, those things would take me out. But this Bell's palsy, it messed with me mentally, it messed with me physically, but most of all, it messed with my mindset. So again, I'm behind the stage because I don't want you guys to see me. Because I feel like I look like a freak. I feel like people are looking at me and saying, does she know what she looks like? Do you see yourself? Why are you in front of us? Do you know what you look like? And it doesn't matter what you see. It matters what I feel about myself. So again, I'm standing behind the stage. Ashley's out front. She is young. She is beautiful. She is a people person. And I'm like, okay, we're back in our comfort zone. So knock at the door. I forget to ask, who is it? And I don't even know when I fell to the ground. It was June 15th, 2016. And I get that call that every parent dreads. My Ashley had been tragically killed in a car accident. I just saw white. So not only did I lose my business partner, I lost my daughter in love. I was devastated. Y'all, I loved her so much. Have you ever lost anybody? Cancer, COVID, car accident. People, stop is going to keep knocking at your door. And you have to go through all these phases. You have to go from crawling and praying, walk through your storm and feel all the feels, to accepting the things that you cannot change so you can get up and fly and be a testimony for someone else. If I would have let that dream die, with Ashley, then I would have done a disservice to her. I would have done a disservice to me. I would have done a disservice to all the people we vowed to help. Stop is going to keep knocking at your door. You have to be perseverant through every phase, no matter what it is. You have to learn to become the person you said you wanted to be. You have to start that business you said you wanted to start. For all my students, you have to get through the classes you know you have to get through. Stop is going to keep coming. So let me ask you a question. Do you listen to yourself or do you talk to yourself? Or let me say it different. Stop listening to yourself and start talking to yourself and telling yourself the things that you need to hear to get you through the next phase to where you can uplift somebody else, where you can become an example in the community. Pay it back, pay it forward. Uplift someone else, because that is what life is about. Becoming the best person you can be. If you're always telling people you can do it, you're great, you can be anything you want, and you're not believing these things about yourself, then you're being a hypocrite. You have to become the best example of the advice that you give out. Become who you said you want to be. So I am not giving you permission to fly. You have always had permission to fully love yourself. And that is my time.
Let's give a standing ovation for Miss Rashawn Dorsey. My goodness. Every time I hear her story, it is just so emotional and inspiring all at the same time. Thank you so much, Miss Rashawn, for your commitment to the community, your vulnerability, and your example. And your dance store, because I buy their tights too. Next on the stage, we have the incredible Mr. Richard Shaw.
How's everyone doing? Mic check, mic check. There we go. How you all doing? How y'all really doing?
Woo!
All right, y'all look good. College Park must only have good-looking people.
Yes, yes, we do.
That's what's up. Well, listen, I'm super excited to be here. I want to take this time out to thank Michelle Johnson for inviting me to this beautiful Black History program. And I also want to thank each and every one of you, because you all, we wouldn't have this if it wasn't for you all. So can you give yourselves a hand clap? Beautiful. Well, listen, how many of you heard of Rashawn Roland Kirk? Anybody heard of that name? Okay, we have 2 people, maybe 3. Rashawn Roland Kirk was the first Black person, well, he was the first person in the world to play 2 saxes and 3 saxophones at the same time. So what I decided to do was carry on his legacy. He was born in 1935, and he was a big jazz enthusiast. He was slightly blind, but he did some amazing things. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to carry on that legacy by playing 2, 3, and maybe 4 saxophones next year. We'll see. But listen, I'm going to close my mouth at this time because I want to bring you all to my family reunion backyard. There's one song that we always played. It didn't matter the time. We repeated this song every family reunion, and I'm going to invite you all there. Can I invite all of you to my family reunion? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the song that we always played.
was incredible. Let's give it up for Richard Shaw. That perfection must be the result of the 10,000 hour rule. I think I'm going to enroll my boys with an instrument tonight. Our next presenter received a gubernatorial commendation in 1997 for her portrayal of Harriet Tubman. Throughout her career, she has written and produced more than 70 arts integrated pieces. Please welcome to the stage Francine Jennings, the director of MFJ Productions, featuring Lorenzo Robinson.
Good afternoon. Oh, I heard about one or two people. I'm going to try that again. Good afternoon. How y'all doing? I'm going to check and see where your Black history knowledge is for a second. Let me see. Let me check the crowd. Let me call a couple of names. Anybody ever heard of a man by the name of Wilt Chamberlain? Okay. What about Connie Hawkins? What about Nat Sweetwater Clifton? We're going to try music a little bit. What about Michael Jackson? Prince Rogers Nelson? What about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Have you ever heard of a person called El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, better known to many as Malcolm X? But we're not going to talk about any of those people this evening. So I want to know another question here. How many of y'all ever heard of a person by the name of Harriet Tubman? Now, Harriet was a slave, and she lived on the eastern shore of Maryland, which was at the time a slave state. Now, Harriet, she did not like being a slave at all. How many of you know that Harriet was a conductor of the Underground Railroad? That's right, for almost about 9 years, Harriet, also called Black Moses, led fellow slaves from slavery into freedom. But one last question. How many of you knew, and be serious about it now, tell the truth, how many of you knew that Harriet was married before she ran off to be a part of the Underground Railroad? I see a few hands out there. That kind of changes things a little bit. Let me tell you, in about 1844, Harriet Tubman married a man named John Tubman, who was himself at the time a free man. And for about 5 years, everything was just fine. Until Harriet found out that her master had planned to sell her away from her husband. And as you might imagine, that's when the problem started. So today, we invite you to see just a little small snippet, just a little glimpse into the life of Harriet and John Tubman before she became the conductor
indeed.
Of the
You
Underground
gonna listen at
Railroad.
me, and you
just
gonna listen.
talking.
You gonna
You
listen
just
at me.
talking.
No, I ain't just talking nothing. You gonna listen at me, and you gonna listen at me good. Now,
I
okay.
ain't got to listen at no woman.
What?
Ain't no man got to listen at no woman.
No.
No.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
You stupid man.
You
No,
stupid.
no, don't you say it.
You tell
Don't
me
you
I'm
say it.
stupid.
I know what I done had. I done had the folk tell me that old Doc Thompson, he needs some money, and he gonna sell me down the river, and I ain't gonna let that happen to me.
Listen, woman, listen,
What?
woman. Ain't no man gonna sell you.
What?
You's my wife.
I don't
I'm
care.
here to
nothing.
protect you.
You gonna protect me? Just cause you's a free man don't mean you can protect me. I'm a slave.
Listen, you's my wife. I'm here to protect you, and that's the end of it.
Oh, y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. How many of y'all out there know that the master will sell me? Huh? Y'all knows it, don't you? Yeah, that's right. Y'all knows it.
Nah.
That's what's gonna happen.
Ain't nobody selling you. Listen, how many of y'all think a woman gonna leave her man? How many of y'all gonna stay there for your man?
See? Don't nobody agree with you. Don't ain't nobody studying you. I know what's going on. I know if I stay here, they gonna send me down that river and you'll never see me again. So you know what? I'm gonna get away. Why don't you come on? Why don't you come on go with me? Huh?
I ain't going. I'm a free man. Why am I gonna go?
Well,
You stay right here with me.
I'm gonna get away. That's what I'm gonna do.
You ain't going nowhere. You gonna stay right here
look,
with me. You my woman.
I love you, but I ain't gonna let that happen to me.
You my woman. You gonna stay right here.
No.
You staying right here, right?
No, you ain't. You ain't gonna make me stay nowhere.
No, you gonna stay right here.
I'm gonna get away.
Stay right,
Let
right,
me tell
right
you
here.
this. Get away from the misses and the masses.
You gonna stay here.
Get away from the way they harass us. Get away from working in the field. Get away from water and coal mill. Get away from the hitting and the licking. Get away from the backer and cotton picking. Get away from a life for suffering. I gotta get away or I'll never be nothing.
You don't know nothing about being free.
Yes,
Your
I do.
life right here is here with me.
No.
Why you want to leave this type of situation?
What?
You need to stay here and just be patient.
Oh, no.
Take your time and live with me.
Uh-uh.
We living here in peace and harmony.
Peace and harmony.
Hey, this right here is for your good. Come on, baby. You know you good.
Get away from the dirt floor.
Oh.
Get away, don't wanna come back no more. Get away from a one-room shack. Get away, ain't never gonna come back. Get away from the hitting and the licking. Get away
just
from
talking.
all this cotton picking.
You just talking.
Get away from the stress and the strain. Get away from the hurt and the pain.
You know you got to stay here with me. You're my wife, and this is where you be. You don't need to go nowhere.
What?
You act like I'm here, but you don't care.
Yes, I do.
I'm your man. You're my wife. Yo, we jump the broom, and that's for life.
No.
Come on, girl. It's gonna be just fine. You gonna leave me? You done lost your mind.
Get away. I gotta get gone. Gotta get gone, even if it's
You
just
lost your
alone.
mind.
Gotta get away. I wanna be free.
Lost
Get
your
away.
mind.
I got to be me. Gotta get away. I got to be
Come on,
free.
baby. Come on.
Free.
You gonna be all right. You gonna be just fine, baby. Listen, I got you.
No.
Hey, listen. How about you do the chicken dance? I know that'll make you feel better. Come on, do the chicken dance. That'll make you feel just fine.
Let me tell you something, John. They talking about trying to sell me. You want me to do a chicken dance?
Man, you could do the chicken dance, baby. Come on, make you feel good.
I feel like doing no chicken dance.
Man, you could do the chicken dance. You know how to do it. I do the chicken dance with you.
Y'all want to see the chicken dance?
You gonna do the chicken dance? I love the chicken dance.
This man right here, can you hold this here?
You do the chicken dance. I
Yeah,
love
wait,
the
I'm
chicken
gonna
dance.
show you the chicken dance.
You gonna do the chicken dance?
Woo! I told y'all he don't know how to dance. Now, I tell you the truth though, I do feel better, but I done got a little tired.
Ooh, I'm showing up tired too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, let's lay down. We got a lot to do tomorrow. We gotta get up early.
We always get up early. Master don't let us get no rest.
When you keep talking about master for?
Mm-hmm.
You know, master.
Yeah. Mm.
So you see, Harriet and her husband, they disagreed on her leaving. John didn't want Harriet to go, and he definitely didn't want to go with her. And Harriet didn't really want to leave her husband, but she just had to be free. I mean, she just had to be free. She's creeping. She's creeping while he's sleeping. She's creeping. She's creeping while he's sleeping. She's creeping. She's creeping while he's sleeping, and she's leaving. She's creeping while he's sleeping, and she's leaving. Wake up, John. 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 She's gone.
Harriet? Harriet! You see Harriet? Harriet!
I think I saw over here on the left side, John. Over here on the left. Come on over here on the left, John. She over here.
Harriet! Harriet!
That's where she is. You're going to find her over there. Keep looking.
Harriet? You see Harriet?
I think she's in the back, John. I think she's in the back.
Harriet?
There she go. There she go. There she go.
Harriet? Harriet? Where you at?
John, I think she came back this way, John. She came back this way. She back over here, John. She back over here by the stage.
Harriet? You know Harriet? Yeah. Harriet!
There she go, John. She right over here. She right over here, John.
Harriet!
Hey, John.
Harriet!
John. Stop looking, John. John, I think she gone. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I know how much you love her. But she had to be free, John. She had to be free. Let me tell you, as you can see, poor John, he was crushed. I mean, look at him. His beloved Harriet was gone. I mean, he thought that they had an understanding last night. I mean, you know, they talked, and I mean, they talked. They danced, and, you know, they danced. I mean, they even did the chicken dance. Y'all saw him. And John even sung to Harriet. Yeah, he sung songs ain't even been written yet. Like he sung to Harriet last night. He said, I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg. But he did beg, and to no avail. John never saw Harriet again. Never. Harriet struck out on freedom that night. And it said that she came back to Maryland 19 times. But John never saw her. She freed over 300 slaves and would have freed more. Only if they knew that they were slaves. She later worked for the Union Army as a nurse and a spy and lived to the ripe old age of 93 years old. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're being honest with yourself, Harriet Tubman made a difference in your life. I know she made a difference in mine. And if we're all being honest, Harriet Tubman, a woman called Black Moses, leader of the Underground Railroad, well, she made a difference in everybody's life.
Oh, oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me, yeah. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Y'all sing it with me, come on. Oh, oh, freedom.
Freedom.
Oh, freedom.
Freedom.
Oh, freedom over me, yeah. And before I be a slave,
Before I be a slave,
I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
home to my Lord and be free.
Freedom! 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 Come on! Freedom!
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 Come on! Come on! Freedom!
Freedom!
Come on! Freedom!
Freedom!
Come on! Come on! Freedom!
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 I'm free!
Freedom!
I'm free!
Freedom!
I'm free! I'm free!
I'm free!
That was incredible. And that's how you receive a presidential commendation. Let's give MFJ Productions a round of applause. Thank you all for that performance. Established in 1972, Norma's Dance Academy is the longest standing African American studio in the state. Their dancers have performed all over the world, including with Michael Jackson and on Broadway in Hamilton. Please welcome the talented Young Arts Academy dancers from Norma's Dance Academy. This performance will take you on a journey from slavery all the way to freedom and hope.
children to the sea, taken from the land. Many rains ago. Sing me that old song from many rains ago. Goodbye, motherland. When I for many rains to come. Goodbye, motherland. Goodbye, goodbye, motherland. Yes, for many rains to
Hang on to the world as it spins around. Just don't let the spin get you down.
Let's give it up for Norma's Academy of Dance. Fantastic job, ladies. Parents, you should be so proud. Our next guest speaker is a Vietnam veteran and a fixture in the basketball community, serving the Amateur Athletic Union for more than 30 years. And get this, he still holds a basketball scoring record right here in College Park, dating back to 1962. Talk about talent, okay? You can't outmatch talent. He is also this year's Legacy Award recipient with an uplifting message. Please welcome Mr. Tommy Lee Anderson, Sr.
Now, that basketball record I held, I didn't hold it by myself. One of my teammates that was a couple years younger, by the name of Nuri Rashid, also held that 41 points score. Now, we did this without the three-point line. Now, I'm going to make a couple of disclaimers. you're probably going to see me looking down a lot. And 3 reasons why. Well, when I was 20 years old, 53 years ago, I probably could remember maybe half of this. And I could see without these bifocals. So just bear with me. My wife told me she would type it up, but you know, sometimes we're stubborn. Again, my name is Tommy Anderson. I lived at 515 West Harvard, right here in College Park. I was born November the 20th, 1949, at Grady Memorial Hospital. Now, Grady was the only hospital that our parents could take us to at that time. But at least we had a place to go for our medical needs. I'm married to Mamie Anderson, and we've been married for 52 years. And by the way, she's over here filming me. We have 2 sons. My oldest son, Tommy Anderson Jr., is sitting at the table with us. My younger son works here with the city of College Park, Bryant Joseph Anderson. And see, that's why I made that disclaimer, because I have to find my spot again. I worked 17 years here with the city of College Park, running the Brady Recreation Center, probably maybe 2 miles from here. I retired 8 years ago. And they say, if you work in a place where you love it, you've never worked a day in your life. Ms. Gibbons mentioned boys basketball in AAU. Well, I did that as a Georgia sports director for 12 years because Coach Don Dollar showed me the way. And what I'd like to do before I go any further, if you lived in College Park and anywhere else, and we had parents that worked back in the days when we grew up that didn't tell us about why we didn't go to another school. They were good examples, and they sacrificed to show us the way. So let's give our parents a great hand. My parents were Mr. Will David Anderson Sr. and Mrs. Tommy Anderson. They had 8 kids, 7 boys and 1 girl. My oldest brother was William David Anderson Jr. Then Bryant Elliott Anderson, which we named our son Bryant after. Then I was the 3rd oldest. Then came my sister Jennifer. Then Michael, Jeffrey, James, and Eric. I would like to just take you back on the journey back here in College Park when I grew up. We had 7 churches within probably a 3 to 5 mile radius. We had Friendship Baptist, Lasseter's Chapel, Mount Zion, Shiloh, Liberty Baptist. We had Mount Olive, and we had Mount Calvary, and right next to Mount Calvary was the only cemetery that we could go to at that time. We also had our own businesses right here in College Park. We had Price Barbershop, where my dad used to take me and get all my hair cut off. We had Miss Gus's Cafe, Miss Mary Redding's Flower Shop, Miss Mary Anderson and Sister Cafe, Mr. Ike Greer's Cab Company, Biggs Cab Company. We even had Mr. Marshall Brady's Dry Cleaners. We had Bus's Grocery Store. And we had the famous Max Drive-In where you could go get those chili dogs. We also had a cafe right here off on Rose Street, and the nickname for that area was Bar Hollow. We also had Miss Rosina Farmer's Hair Salon. We had our own insurance agents, Miss Jessie and Miss Barbara Hutchison. Eventually, we had police officers that looked like us. Captain Booker, Officers Roy and Ted Thompson, Officer Creflo Dollar, and even Officer Horace. We even had our first crossing patrolman, Miss Dot Lloyd. And my mother was also a crossing guard. There were only 2 elementary schools that we were able to go to at that time. Sophie May Avery Elementary School and Jefferson Franklin Beavers Elementary School. I attended Jefferson Franklin Beavers Elementary School. We also used the Brady Recreation Center as classes. We had a 6th grade class and a 7th grade class there. The people that ran the Brady Recreation Center was Mr. Wayman Brady and Mrs. Bessie Brady. And Miss Bessie Brady happened to be my dad's younger sister. At Beavers, we had even a 7th grade class on Friday nights would travel down to the Butler Street YMCA. Any of you ever heard of that Butler Street YMCA? At the Brady Center, we were able to participate in sewing classes, arts and craft, a boys and girls basketball team, cheerleading, football league, baseball league, and the old famous summer day camp. After elementary school, here in College Park, we didn't have a lot of high schools that we were able to go to. So the high school of our choice was in East Point, Georgia, Mighty Saul Fulton Lowndes. I attended Saul Fulton for 2 years. In my 9th grade year, we learned that they were going to build us a high school here in College Park. Eva Thomas. So after my 9th grade year, a few guys, along with myself, we decided instead of walking 8 miles if you did any extracurricular activity. We were going to walk 1 mile down the hill to Eva Thomas. At Eva Thomas, we had a few social clubs, French club, economics club, and we had a chorus. Mrs. Moore was our music teacher. Coach Donald Dollar was our head coach for boys and varsity basketball. Miss Barbara Chappelle was the girls' basketball coach. During the holidays, Miss Geraldine Moore, our music teacher, would set up where we could go to different churches in the community and participate in their Christmas programs. We also went for 3 years to the Greenbrier Mall where we did Christmas carols. I just have one little fact. During my high school senior year at Eva Thomas, we would always have to go south to play our tournaments. So this particular year, we went to Swainsboro, Georgia. And Coach Dollar set up hotel accommodations for us. So when we got there, I said, oh man, we got a room, you got a room. Then when we got there, we found out they didn't serve people of color. So our place to stay was a local funeral home. Coach Dollar, of course, had a room, and they moved the casket out of the bay of the funeral home, and we were happy. Hey, we came to play. Where we stayed didn't matter. And they moved the caskets out so none of us would get inside one and play a prank. After high school, you know, when kids are playing in different sports, then they get up and they talk about how many scholarships they had. I had a big 2. I had a scholarship to Clark Atlanta and Lincoln University in Jeff City, Missouri. I chose Lincoln because they were both good academic institutions. But in 1966, even though Lincoln was a small college, they led the nation in scoring at 102 points a game. So playing at Eva Thomas, we didn't average 102, but we beat folk down by scoring 82 points a game. Now, going to Lincoln, when I talked to my parents, I said, Dad, how will you all feel? And Mom, if I don't go to Clark, I want to go to Lincoln. They say, well, wherever you want to go, we're going to support you. So they took me to the Atlanta train station, and it was an 18-hour train ride, 3-hour bus ride. And Lincoln was the first time that I was introduced to an integrated school system. Now, after I graduated, Fulton County eventually integrated their school system. Now, Brady Recreation Center has a distinction. A lot of kids were able to come to College Park right in their neighborhood, but Coach Ross only had 15 spots. Brady had a bunch of kids all over here, all over the community. So the other high schools in this community were able to help themselves academically and athletically. Now, I mentioned earlier that Mr. Brady and Mrs. Brady ran Brady Recreation Center. But they had another young man that was so instrumental in a lot of our kids learning not only how to play the game, but how to respect the game and respect others. And I'd just like you all to give a hand clap to Mr. Charles Dothill. Now, despite growing up, and every now and then you would see a cross burning by our church, going into the 5 and 10 cent store on Main Street, and you would see 2 water fountains. When I was 10 years old, a couple of friends and I went. When you're a kid, you can get away with a lot of stuff. We went on Main Street and we went to the 5 and 10 cent store. And there were 2 water fountains. One said colored, one said white. So being kids that were misters, we decided we just check both of them out. So when we finished, we say, well, dog, they both look the same. So the cashier and they say, you boys stop playing over there. So we laughed and just ran out the store. Now, today, we have a lot of modern conveniences, and things are much better, but we're still working on old age problems that we've had. Now, before I close, and I'm so happy that we have so many people out here at this program to support it. There's a old African-American spiritual that I'd like to share with you. Even though I'm not a person on the program that said they were going to sing or dance, and everything has been good. I'm a Kenny G enthusiast, but Mr. Shaw changed my mind. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Glory, hallelujah. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Glory, hallelujah. I'm sometimes up, I'm sometimes down. Yes, my Lord. I'm sometimes almost to the ground. Yes, my Lord. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus. sing glory, hallelujah. And I thank you so very much for your time.
Let's give a standing ovation for Mr. Tommy Lee Anderson, Sr. Thank you, sir, for your service. And hello, Mamie, you look lovely. And let's welcome back to the stage Mr. Richard Shaw.
Greetings again. How many of you were born in 1990? Just wave your hand. 1990. What about 1980? Okay. Where's the 1970
Woo,
babies?
1980.
1970, 1960s? Okay. What about 50s? Man, the 50s representing. 40s? That's what's up. Y'all look good. 30s? Oh my God, that's what I'm talking about. Am I stretching it if I say 20s? Okay, well listen, I'm gonna play a song right smack in the middle. It was written in 1964. It was actually released in 1964 by a gentleman named Sam Cooke. And I believe every one of you all know this song I'm getting ready to play, but before I play it, if you're enjoying what you've been hearing, please fill this out. This is our Let's Stay in Touch cards, so we can keep you updated on brand new music, future concerts, and all that great stuff. It should be in your program, but just fill that out for us and make sure you print it out, all right? Are y'all ready to hear some Sam Cooke? Y'all don't sound too enthused. Are y'all ready to hear Sam Cooke? All right, let's do it.
Did you know you can stream his music on all streaming platforms? I was listening to it on Amazon Music on the way here. And I have to call my mom out. She came backstage, and I was happy to see her. I thought she was going to tell me, hi, baby. She said, that boy sure can play. And yes, he can. Another round of applause for Mr. Richard Shaw. And before we begin our awards presentation, we would like to welcome the distinguished members of College Park City Council. We're going to hear from 4 of them, starting with Ambrose Clay from Ward 1.
Wow, what an afternoon. College Park has been my home only since 2005. This is my last year on council. I've been on for, have been on for 16 years. And I just want to take this opportunity while I'm still on council to thank my neighbors, my friends, my constituents. This has been an incredible experience for me. Thank you. Been an incredible experience for me. Probably the most important 15 years in my life. And I am so thankful to be here during this transition. I was on council with Mayor Longino, who spent 28 years shepherding the city. And I've had the pleasure of being on council for the last 3 years with Mayor Motley Broom, who is going to shepherd this city forward to greatness, to continued greatness. And I just want to say thank you to all those who I've met and have helped me, and I've had the opportunity to help on some occasions. So thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Clay. Now we're going to hear from Joe Karn, representing Ward 3. I'm sorry, 2.
All right, good afternoon. Joe Karn, Ward 2. Wards 2, 3, 4, 1, it doesn't make a difference. It's just a line somebody drew. We're all representing this city. Glad to be here. I tell you, great event, obviously. Mrs. Phillips, glad to see you as always. The Phillips family, I always say one of the first families of the city of College Park. There's a lot of good familiar faces here. I see Mrs. Bellamy's here, the Bellamy family, Barbara McKee, Mrs. McKee, the Willis family, the Brady family, the Dowdells, so many families, too many to name. And I don't consider my family in that list of families in College Park because I don't think I've been here long enough to earn that title. I'm working on it. My kids were raised here in College Park, and 2 of my grandkids were born in College Park. They don't live here now, but I think we're doing pretty good. We've come a long way. Have we made progress over the years? I think we have. I think we have a long way to go. I think there's a lot more progress that needs to be made. No city is perfect, but I think we do pretty good compared to our peer cities. One of our mission statements and mission goals include equity and inclusion. Now that's one area I think we certainly need to work on. And as an elected official, one of the best ways to tell if equity and inclusion is happening is based on their votes. That's how you know, that's the measurement. How many of y'all in this room pay taxes? I would imagine that's about every adult in here. Oh, maybe some people don't. Well, I still pay taxes. That means that we work for you all. because those taxes pay our salary. Well, we don't get a salary. We get a stipend, but it pays the staff salaries. It pays for these buildings and the streets we drive on. At the end of the day, you all work for us. And one of the best things you can do to reiterate the fact that you work for us is keep your eyes open and hold us accountable. I'm going to say that again. Hold us accountable to make sure we're doing the things that this community wants done. So with that, great to be here. Great program. And we're looking forward to bigger and better things here in 23. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, sir. Now we're going to hear from Mr. Ken Allen from Ward 3.
Thank you very much. Fantastic program. I mean, the performers, everybody, the speeches have been just phenomenal. We need to do more of this. Getting the community together, talking, having events in this facility. We need to do more. And as part of council, one of our responsibilities is to make sure that we look and we provide for the future. So we need to be thinking a lot about the future, where we're going, where we want to go. The mayor mentioned the trail we're going to have that talks about Black history in College Park. The Price Barber Shop was mentioned. We need to make that a historic building for everybody to see so the young people can learn what's happened in the past. This is a great city. I love it. I've been here since 1994. Started working with Delta in 1966, so I've spent a lot of time here in College Park, but still all the time I hear from people talking about the history. Larry, thank you very much for what you bring every time to council. You make us think. You make us think of the past. You make us think of what's coming in the future and what we need to see. So I love this place, and College Park is just home to me. So thank you all very much for the presentation. Thank you to the Recreation Department for everything they do. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And representing Ward 4, please welcome Mr. Roderick Gay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Roderick Gay, City Councilman of the mighty Ward 4, and it's an honor to be here to celebrate another Black History program. Just a few things, since this is the Black History Month, let me give you my Black History facts. My great-grandmother, Eula Gay, was born on lived on White City Road. So that was in the early 60s. She had 3 sons, and those 3 sons married 3 ladies, so I'm probably cousins to the Stitchcombs and Rainey's and so many more. So that's my lineage here. Pamela Stoner Gay, my wife. Pam, stand up. Her father is an American hero. He's one of the original freedom riders that helped pave the way for the Civil Rights Voting Act. And my daughter, to carry on this great legacy of Black excellence, is a sophomore at University of Mississippi, where her grandfather's papers are. So we're honored to be in Ward 4. We're honored to be part of the city. We too look forward to a bright future. We look forward to great changes, and I'd like y'all to continue on and enjoy this fabulous night. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give a round of applause for all the city council members who joined us this afternoon. And now we begin our awards presentation. Presenting the Infinite Potential Award is one of the top producing real estate agents in the Metro. She's a board member of College Park Citizens Association and a co-chairperson of this illustrious Black History program. Please welcome the lovely Ms. Tangi Warrior.
Good evening, good evening. I am Tangi Warrior, and I am excited to present an award to a deserving business owner, entrepreneur, and an icon in our community. She's an innovator in the world of dance and well respected in the retail community. She's one of our very own Black History Committee members and I cannot be more proud to present her with this beautiful award. The inscription reads, "In recognition of your years of resounding success in business, your entrepreneurial spirit, perseverance, and courage is overwhelmingly inspiring. Your business has become a positive mark in the city of College Park, and we look forward to seeing you continue success. Inspiring others is what you do, and inspiration is what you are." Ladies and gentlemen, I present our 2023 Black History Program Local Small Business Infinity Potential Award to Ms. Roshan Dorsey.
Congratulations. Presenting the Legacy Award is the founder of Alexander Solutions, one of the few African-American court reporting firms in the state. She's noted for her work in ministry, serving families in Clayton and Fulton counties. Let's give a warm welcome for Mrs. Stacy Walker Alexander.
Good evening, everybody.
What a wonderful pleasure to be here this evening with all of you beautiful people, with all of this wonderful melanin in the room. It is a great, great honor and pleasure to give and present this award to one of our founding fathers. That's what I call him, because his fingerprint in all of our lives is so indelible. It is a wonderful thing to be able to honor this great man this evening. It is truly, truly an honor, and I am blessed to stand here to say, Mr. Anderson, you are a king among kings. We thank God for you and your family, the way you've taken our sons and our daughters, and you've helped to shape, mold, and to empower them to work in optimal levels is nothing short of incredible. We acknowledge you today, giving you your flowers while you can yet smell them. So what we want to tell you is that this award that I'm presenting to you this evening is to one of my closest and dearest friends. His wife is a mentor to me, Miss Mamie. And thank you, Mr. Anderson, for taking my children and loving on them just like your sons. I appreciate you. Your years of commitment to the youth in this community, to every mother and every father, it goes very well noticed, and we want to say thank you. The inscription on your award reads, "In recognition of your years of extraordinary accomplishments and your exemplary contributions to the lives of the young men and women in the great city of College Park, this community, our families, and to the wonderful citizens, we want to say thank you. It is through individuals like you, Mr. A, that's willing to step up, that volunteered your time, gave your treasure, and constantly gave us everything you got. We want to say thank you for your personal time, the resources, your outreach, everything that made a difference in the lives of those God gave you and tasked you with. We say thank you. We honor you for your diligence, for your persistence, your dedication, your mentorship, and the constant giving of your heart. You have truly made a lasting impression on the lives, the hearts, and the minds in the city of College Park. So since you've created this legacy of greatness that will always be a part of this city, and the athletic programs for decades to come will always remember Mr. Tommy Anderson. We present you with the 2023 Black History Legacy Award. Come on and give it up for Mr. Tommy Anderson.
Congratulations, Mr. Anderson.
I'd like to thank co-pastor Stacey Ellison for saying some words.
Oh,
But bless your heart. And I'd like to thank Mrs. Phillips. Mrs. Phillips, I'd like to thank you and your Black History / Cultural Arts Committee. Michelle Johnson, I can call her Michelle since we worked together for so many years. I'd like to thank you and the Cultural Arts and Recreation Department, along with Ms. DeRisha. And like I say, I want to thank you all for coming out and supporting this program. It's really been a great event. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let's give them a round of applause. Those are some of the people who are doing the work behind the scenes that you don't always see up front. So thank you, ladies. Our next presenter is an Atlanta Business League Award recipient and founder of Georgia Favor Track Club, one of the most successful track and field programs in the country. To deliver the 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome Mrs. Sabrina Willis.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sabrina Willis, and it is my great pleasure to present an award to a College Park legend. Most of you may have known former Mayor Jack Longino as a great leader and an innovator as he kept a keen eye on the city's economy, all while fostering new partnerships and business development. He spearheaded many initiatives, some of them being the Georgia International Convention Center and the Gateway Center. Also, during his tenure, he was instrumental in improving and are building new facilities, parks throughout the city of College Park, including the new pedestrian bridge and the 6 West development. Some may have known him as a mentor, the gentle giant that always had time to enlighten, encourage, and inspire each and every person. He was a man that had time for all of the youth, wanting them to succeed against all odds. In fact, he facilitated the College Park Mayoral Scholarship Fund, which would allow students who would not qualify for the Hope Scholarship receive assistance for further education. He was a product of humble beginnings, and all who knew him well could see this invaluable trait in his personality. It was evident in the way that he valued and honored his family, colleagues, associates, community, and citizens of College Park. He celebrated the city's rich history and held its diversity as one of its greatest and most attractive attributes. But I knew him as a friend, one who would go to the ends of the earth to help if you needed him. That friend who, through encouraging words, never failed to remind you of your strengths and your worth. The inscription on the plaque today: in recognition and appreciation for 28 years of outstanding leadership, extraordinary contributions, and unwavering commitment to building a stronger community. Your life was evident of a selfless sacrifice, steadfast faith, shared wisdom, and endless encouragement to others. We honor you for your lifetime achievements and for leaving a powerful legacy of innovation to be enjoyed by the citizens of College Park for decades to come. I am both honored and I'm proud to present the 2023 Black History Program Lifetime Achievement Award to posthumous to our former mayor, Jack P. Longino. And here to accept this award is the beautiful Ms. Gloria Longino. Please welcome her.
Thank you, ma'am. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Beverly Bearden to present the Merit Award.
Good afternoon. I'm Beverly Bearden, and I am a member of the Cultural Arts Committee of the Black History Committee. I want to say this I'm honored to present an award to a special person, actually a special person in my life, because she, in a way, has actually empowered me in so many ways. I see her as a warm person. I see her as a person that's strong, and she stands up to whatever it is. In our meetings, each time, she makes her stance. That's for real. She says what she wants to say, and she means it. And it seems as though everyone is pretty much like they respect her, but they're scared to speak up. This is a lady that has made me a person that says that, oh yeah, I would want to volunteer. I want to do this. She brings you in, she's warm, she's loving, and you could tell that she is one of grace and honor. I admire this lady. I see all these people just giving her a hug, and I feel kind of, like, oh, who is this woman? I've been knowing her for almost 5 years, but she has been an inspiration to me. She made me realize how important it is for us to serve our community. And she has served it well. When I say served it well, she has served it well. This award is a merit award. And we also understand the definition of a merit, It means that a person that has done well, but I insist on my own definition. I say this is to a person that is excellent. She has done an excellent job in providing us with a strong ability to keep it moving. She has been the driving force for the Black History Program, and we appreciate her. I want to present this award, but I want to go ahead and say that in the inscription, they have that in recognition of your leadership, guidance, and encouragement, we shower you with flowers, love, and honor, as you have been a true blessing to the Black History Program Committee over the years. You have been instrumental in initiating this great program, creating a solid foundation that will educate, enlighten, and uplift our citizens for generations to come. We appreciate you, your contributions, your success of the City of College Park Black History Program. Mrs. Phillips, I present to you the Merit Award for such a beautiful woman, and may your grace be with Christ. You're a lovely woman.
Congratulations, Ms. Phillips. The awards are just beautiful, aren't they?
Yes, they are. First, I'd like to say, Michelle, what about a little heat in here?
I know, if we turn the heat on, we won't be able to hear you.
Excuses, excuses. I'd like to say thank you so very much for this beautiful award. I was not expecting to be recognized, but doing what I believe to be a requirement of my position as chairperson of the Black History community. Nevertheless, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so thankful, so appreciative to be acknowledged this evening by my colleagues and my friends. Our road to success has been long and sometimes rocky, but we have arrived. And as we continue to bring about awareness for the Black History Program, we stand in expectation of great things in the future. I would like to leave with you a few quotes that I pray you embrace and take them to heart. Everybody has a story. Know your story, then tell your story. Never be erased. Whatever your situation, giving up is not an option. Assume your position. Go after your dreams. Dream big, then dream bigger. Leave a legacy for our youth. And always remember, the one thing that you can never get back is time. So make every moment count. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Ms. Phillips. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your service and commitment to the City of College Park. Our next presenter is a program coordinator and former Falcons cheerleader, Ms. Jerisha Bronson, presenting the Halo Award.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Black History Program. Again, my name is Jerisha Bronson. I'm the program coordinator for Recreation and Cultural Arts. I am elated to present this outstanding award to this individual. He is a bright light in the city of the College Park, and he is admired as a colleague in our community. He is a brilliant person inside and out, extremely detailed, and plays a major role in the success of the operations of this program today. The inscriptions read, "In recognition and appreciation for your years of administration, leadership, dedicated service, and contributions in support of our Black History Program. There are not enough words or ways to show our appreciation. You are the bonding agent that keeps us together. We are very fortunate to have you on our team. Thank you for always being present. I present to you the 2023 Black History Program Halo Award to our recreation leader, Bryant J. Anderson.
Good evening, everybody. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. Thanks to City College Park for this award. And y'all have a good evening.
Congratulations, Bryant. Are your parents here? Yes. Thank you, parents. Congratulations. I know you're so proud of him. He's been very helpful to me, too. Anytime I had a question, I email him. He responds like within 5 minutes before I can think of another question. So thank you, Bryant, and congratulations. Our next presenter thought she was signing up just to be a gymnastics class parent with College Park Recreation and Cultural Arts Department. Well, 23 years later, we still won't let her go. Presenting the Shining Star Award, please welcome Tanya LaPlanche with the Shining Star Award.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. My name is Tanya LaPlanche, and I'm here to present an award to the individual who is dedicated to his department, his crew members, his family, and the greater community. His work ethic and professionalism has been an incredible asset to the citizens of College Park, and we truly appreciate for all you do. The inscription reads, "In recognition of your exceptional, stellar career accomplishments, we honor you for your dedication and service to College Park Fire Department and significant contributions to our community. Your leadership, guidance, and mentoring spirit are a direct reflection of your true essence, always putting others first. It gives me great pleasure to present our 2023 Black History Program Shining Star Award to our very own Fire Chief Wade Elmore."
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to thank Michelle Johnson and the Recreation and Cultural Arts Department and staff and the Black History Committee for presenting me with this award. I also want to thank our mayor and council, thank them for having faith in me to allow me to lead and manage our fire department, to serve this community. As I stand here on the shoulders of a great man, and he was our first African-American fire chief here in College Park, David Walson. And I owe my life to him because he brought me here in 2006 as his deputy fire chief. Throughout the years, he would call and give me information on what I needed to do in order to be a successful fire chief. And I'm thankful and grateful for that. But I would not be here if it wasn't for the 73 men and women within our fire department who go out on a daily basis to serve this community, put their lives on the line, and I'm so grateful for them. And last but not least, I have my daughters and my wife here. They've been a support to me for the last 30 years of my career. But thank you all, and thank the City of College Park.
Thank you, Chief, and congratulations. Up next, another familiar face, once again, Ms. Tangi Warrior with the Black History Committee announcements. You've seen her name and face a few times tonight. That's indicative of the amount of service she puts into this program and to the College Park community. Thank you, Ms. Warrior.
Thank you. Haven't this been a phenomenal program? Let's give a round of applause to all the amazing performers of this evening. We appreciate the participation of each and every artist and group. You have truly played a huge part in making this program a smash today. And let's hear it for all the 2022 Black History Award recipients. It is really true what they say, stars come out at night. And each and every one of you are brilliantly shining this evening. I would like to thank Mayor Motley Broom, Councilman Ambrose Clay, Councilman Joe Carnes, Councilman Ken Allen, and Councilman Roderick Gay for all of your continuing support with this program. I would also like to give a well-deserved round of applause to the awesome Black History Committee members. They have all worked tirelessly all year to bring you this beautiful program, filled with education, enlightenment, entertainment, and recognition of the rich culture we have here in College Park. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and thank you for pulling together for this evening's successful program. Thank you so much for all of your dedication and service. Again, my name is Tangi Warrior, and I'm the committee co-chair with Ms. Phillips, my boss. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to serve on the Black History Committee, sharing information about our great history and recognizing those in and around the community with their exemplary contributions. At this time, I would like to extend an open invitation for anyone interested in joining our Black History program. If you would like to, feel free to go to the City of College Park website and search on the cultural arts and contact Mr. Brian Anderson for more information. I have an exciting special announcement to make. We have an awesome newly formed committee here with us tonight. They are based out of College Park, and they are called Preserving the Heritage, formerly known as the African Americans of College Park. Please welcome members of this extraordinary committee. Please stand as I call your name. The executive committee members are Gloria Abdul, who's chair, Linda Hightower, co-chair, Charles Deal and Brenda Deal, Eleanor Harris, and I'll read off the committee members as well. We have Sylvia Dunlap, who's secretary, Brenda Smith, treasurer, Kate Francis Smith, assistant treasurer, Bertha Hightower Smith, Anthony Hightower, Emma Dudley, Wilma Nichols, Larry Evans, and Charles Dowell. Please feel free to reach out to those committee members after this program if you're interested in joining, volunteering, or participating in any way to meet, or just to meet the incredible, just to meet those incredible advocates for preserving the rich heritage. And now, on behalf of the Black History Committee program, we would like to thank you all for coming out this evening, and we look forward to having you join us next year. Thank you.
Okay, what a great program. I get to close us out. So I'd like to thank everyone for attending and supporting the College Park Recreation and Cultural Arts Black History program today. What an exciting day to hear from speakers and watching and hearing our performers today. A special congratulations to our awardees. I would also like to thank Mayor Bianca Motley Broom, Councilman Clay, Councilman Carn, Councilman Allen, and Councilman Gay for their support and understanding the importance of this program. Along with the Mayor and Council, special thanks to Fulton County Arts and Culture and for supporting this program. And thank you to our amazing Cultural Arts Council for all their hard work and dedication on the program. Without these partnerships, working as a team, this program would not be possible. So I'm going to turn it over to our wonderful Richard Shaw to have some fabulous music on our way out. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.